Hello, good morning, everybody. Uh, Today's class about principles of drilling and drill bits. This is Chandrahas, Assistant Professor, Mining Department. Uh, Let us quick start the class. So, as we know, drilling is the major and a very prominent process for making of the holes. It is the primary and initial step for the blasting process. Drilling equipment and that methods are used for construction, mining, and civil and another civil purposes for drilling of holes in the both rock and earth. So major the funda behind drilling of the holes is uh, we have to keep explosive concentration in the hole further initiation and propagation and the further blasting. The purpose for drilling is performed for great deal from the general to highly specialized applications. So you can see the different types of drilling methods, which starts from mechanical to nuclear. If you take few examples from mechanical, you have percussion, rotary, and rotary percussive. Uh, 1 minute. Yeah, yeah. So and similarly in the thermal, we have a chance of utilization of drilling of the holes with the help of flame, plasma, hot fire, uh, as well freezing, hydraulic, jet, erosions and cavitation, sonic with a high frequency vibration. The China is we can say the China is the one country which using sonic high frequency vibration for breaking for drilling of the rock. As well the chemical microblast and dissolution, with the dissolution techniques, with the chemical projection towards the rock strata, it can drill the holes. And the electrical arc and magnetic induction, seismic laser there. We are slowly stepping into the laser ray process for drilling the rock and hot starters. Finally, nuclear fission. So, among we have discussed it today, uh, majorly we in India with the percussion and rotary percussion, we use in a high scale. So here we have different types of drilling operation that use it to rock breakage. The first one is the manual. We can call as conventional drilling, and second one is the mechanized drilling. Um, Usually, the rate of penetration and the rate of execution and efficiency will be these are the parameters which contributes its importance in between manual and mechanized drilling. And on the other hand, we can see different types of operations have been classified at the bottom of the slide. They start from bench drilling and drilling for drifting and tunneling, and the production drilling and drilling for risers and drilling for rock overburden also. So and finally rock supports. So the principles of drilling is the principle of method of rock drilling used in mines today are mechanical and driven either impact or simple rotation. So as I mentioned, we have three types of drilling concepts. The first one is rotary, and second one is percussive, and third one is rotary percussive. The major contraction, the differentiation between three is in the rotation. A drill rod will be driven by the bevel gears so that the drill rod and the string will be rotated. So whatever the bit have been attached at the bottom of drill string will be rotated subsequently. In the percussion drilling, it totally works with the help of a strong impacts and strong blows given by the hammering action that consists in the mission. So the hammering action is available in the drilling machines in two types, classified in two types. The first one is bottom hammering and top the hammering. When the hammering action it is available or placed at the top of the drill rod will be calling as top the hammering. Similarly, when the hammering action or impact is placed at above the bit will be calling as bottom hammering down the hole. We can go on. And as we can see in the slide, it is mentioned the alternative methods of employing heat, flame, and high pressure water or high voltage electric discharges, and a few are available. So as I mentioned, we can start the class with the rotary drilling. Mm, so the rotary drilling, so it is the action it consists of, it comes with the rotary cutting as well rotary crushing. So when the rod touches or intersects the hot starter, the rock will, give me a minute. Yeah. The first action that hits the rock strata is it will be cut later on. The particles or the rock chips will be crushed totally. So unless the rock if they don't crush the particles, the crushing particles and the rock chips will not comes from the borehole of the drilling. The rotary cutting creates the hole by shear force and breaking the rock tensile strength. The drill bit is furnished with the cutter insets and hot metal alloys, and the energy of breaking rod is provided by the rotation torque in the drill rod. The rotary crushing breaks the rock by high point load accomplished by the toothed drill bit, which is pushed down towards with the high force. So as I mentioned in the previous slide, from the bevel gears and all, if you take this example from the jackhammer, the method, the concept behind the jackhammer is rack and pinion mechanism. So the one gear will be driven with the help of another gear, which intersects, which holds the drill string. So once it rotates, it will happens to rotate the next drill rod. So that rotation action will be transferred to the drill bit. So drill bit will rotates in the however it is already in contact with the surface. So surface will get penetration. So these are the a few advantages and disadvantages of rotary drilling. The most rock fragmentation can be drilled. At the same time, in the disadvantage, it requires capital expenditure in the equipment. Yes, when comparing with the percussive and the rotary, the rotary will associates and it comes with a lot of expenditures and it is so expensive. The second point, water and mud supports unstable formations. Uh, it is somewhat difficult to work out of flushing with the water and mud. So the rotary is fast, but it may sometimes generates boulders or lumps which are more than zero point 0.5 meter, zero point 0.2 meter, or 0.1, 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter. It's possible to drill to depths of over 40 meters in the rotary, but it requires a lot of operation, lot of careful surveillance and monitoring. So these are percussion drilling. So you can see in the right corner image. So how the bit is impacting on the starter and how it is helping bit to break the rock, to fracture the rock and to crush the rock. The percussion drilling is a drilling technique in which a drill bit attached to rope or cable is repeatedly raised and lowered, impacting soil and rock and making a hole deeper. So when we raise and lower the certain known weight from the certain known height, so by the repeated actions of lasering and lowering, so because of that weight and height, the rock um, will be hitted and furtherly it will be broken. So the broken rock will be subsequently lowered and hauled and dumped somewhere. So usually the flushing and rock flushing and cutting flushings will be available in the rotary percussive or rotary. So as the percussion drilling is so conventional, so traditional drilling, so it doesn't have a proper flushing methodology for taking of the rock samples unless it takes out manually. So these are the pros and cons between the uh, rotary and the percussive methods. Yeah. So the suitable conditions, percussion drilling is uh, uh, 1 second. Yeah, the percussion drilling is suitable for unconsolidated and consolidated formations. Uh, Sand like silt and stiff clay, sandstone, laterite, and gravel layers. The manual percussion drilling is generally used to depths of 25 meters. Yeah, as I mentioned, it is a conventional. So beyond meters 25th, we can operate the machine, but as per the matching of geological conditions and geotechnical, such as structural and mechanical properties. If you talk about the structural properties, when there is existence of joints and some bedding planes, there's a lot of chances to intersect our drill bit when it goes beyond 25 meters and 30 meters, even though there is a chances of getting struck at below 25 meters also, but recovery of bit will be a bit easy when it is in very low deep rather than it goes beyond 25 meters. So at the at right corner, you can see some points. Rotary drilling is limited to rock with a low tensile strength, such as salt, silt, and soft limestone, not containing abrasive coarse materials. So it is not suitable to such a high compressive strength minerals. As we know, mineral is a rock is a composition of a lot of minerals. Specifically, the rock consists of more than 40 to 60 MPa, megapascal of compressed strength. There is a tough task to break the rock with the rotary. So it requires some additional force that is called impacting, that is called percussion. So when the strength of the rock is falls in another category of hardness, so it would be so good to have or to go with the rotary percussive method instead of single rotary drilling. So maximum single pass drilling is 20 meters. Yeah, so this is the rock breakage mechanism. How when the rock will behavior, how the formation, how the concept of breaking will be changed when drill bit hits the rock startup. What kind of changes will be obtained? We can see its behavior here. Um, if you concentrate on the picture in the slide, so you can see how the impact is given and on the free surface. So once the drill bit touches or hits the rock strata, how the crushing quarter is obtaining and cracked formation zones are forming. That is the second stage. And third, we are calling an elastic deformation zone because when the rock reaches its upper limit of upper limit stage, the rock will be deformed. So that is nothing but the shape of rock is deforming and it is going to the another state, another shape. So it's elastically it's deformed. So from the theory meteorometry, detaching the large rock mass from its parent deposit known as rock breakage. So the rock is comes with the come up with the big boulders or big formation in the forms of benches and the big boulders. So our aim is to precise or to cut or to fracture that big mass body into the pieces. So we are detaching the small pieces from the big bench or big boulders. So when tool is loaded under the contact area, the way the rock responds to this stress depends on the rock type of loading and its associated missions and processes also. The rock breakage is furtherly classified into four zones. The initial zone is crusher zone. The crusher zone means when the bits touch or hits the rock starter, the first stage creates the first stage triggers the first stage that gear ups the zone is called crushed zone. So this in this zone the rock will not be elastically deformed. Further, it will be deformed. But the first stage is called crushed zone. Later on, the crushed particles will be finely rotated, finely grind, so that the lot of cracks will be propagated furtherly formed. Then after cracks propagation and chipping, the final stage is called chipping. If you have a arrangement, if you have a facility of chips flushing out or chips recovery, it can be possible to take out whatever the rock formation with the help of high circulation of water or sand or mud or compressive air. So these are the outline figure of drilling. Yeah. Um, Yeah, so you can see the parts, labeling, rock drill, feed equipment, drilling rod, bit support, operating media, cutting discharge system, carrier, X-rays. You can see a lot of things. Yeah, so these are the classification of drilling methods. As we mentioned, you can see the three types of drilling: rotary drilling, percussive drilling, rotary percussive drilling, thermal drilling or jet precessing. From these, we have different variations. If you take the rotor drilling, you have the with drag bits, with the roller bits, and with the diamond bits, for the drilling. The percussion, we have the piston drills, hammer drills, churn drills. In the hammer, we have specifically a lot of variations: handheld and pneumatic pusher mounted, bar or column mounted, wagon or carrier. Different types. Specifically, we have to talk here about two types. One is down the hole and top the hole, as mentioned earlier. So the way of mounting, the way of placing or impacting action in the mission, either it is a down the hole or top the hole hammer will be decided. And yeah. So these are the mountings. So we cannot carry our mission simply like that. So we have to keep our mission on some carrier. If you, it depends on the topography and the leveling of your area. Either it is incline or decline, or it is so steep or it's so level. A lot of factors will be influencing on that. So either you have to, if it is with the less weight, we can put. It is portable. If it is portable, you can hold with the hand. If it is so big, you have to mount on some, either it is tire, either it is crawler, either it is a track. So you have to decide the which mounting you have to decide. So these are the few mountings. So the one more. 1 second, please. So far, let me recap what we have discussed. So, the topic of principles of drilling and drill bits, we have started with the necessity and the organization of drilling. Why the drilling is so required for current situation and how it is started from the previous and ancient years. So, what is the importance of drilling and what are the subsequent stages that comes with the drilling? We have discussed it. And so far, we have have explained what will be the different drilling methods such as rotary percussive, and I have explained the principles of rock drilling and rock cutting even. Mm, so now we are going to I'm going to teach about uh, the kind of sort of mission that works on the principle of rotary percussive, that is called jackhammer. It is so portable mission which can be operated with the help of hand. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. Any queries, please. So I hope you guys are so clear in this topic, and so there is no any queries. Yeah, all right, sounds good. So the jackhammer is a pneumatic or electromechanical tool that combines of hammer directly on with a chisel. So in the right corner, you can see right middle, you can see the how the jackhammer. This is the one mission drill mission. It's totally works out or operates with the help of compressor air. So the air will be available in the form of PSI, pounds per square unit of compressor air from the surface. So with the help of piston, you can see valve moves side to side. So there is a inlet and outlet. So there is a continuous, circulation of air and continuous suction of air from the outlet. The piston will moves and operates and will runs and oscillate from the right to left. So with the help of right to left, that it creates a lot of impacts on the that hammer on the string of the hammer, which transfers its energy to the bit, and which finally reaches to the drill bit and cuts, rotates, penetrates, breaks the rock. Uh, so you can read the. It was invented by Charles Brady King, the handheld and unmounted drill used for vertically downwards drilling. Usually, used for the vertically downwards drilling in the shaft sinking. But when we opt this mission for underground, sometimes in any coal mines or metal mines, so we have to operate horizontally by holding and with the help of air leg and all. Yeah. So it works in three medium of operations: the compressed, electric motors, hydraulically powered. It weighs from 15 to 25 kgs. It's usually, and so up to 2 meters. Usually the drill holes, so we opt for 1.8 meter, and the dia is mentioned 25 to 37 mm, but the inner dia will be 32 mm and the outer finishing diameter will be around 38 mm usually. Yeah. So these the jack leg mounted. So when the operators they're not able to hold, so they can go with the help of this pusher leg for mounting it. So this is a stopper and one more thing. So drifter. So when we are going with a kind of methodology like that percussive rotary percussive, so we have to mount on some kind of drifter. So this is the one type. So bag and drill, it is so conventional and very old drill, and it is a small tire mounted. So the drifter type drill capable of movement and up and down as vertical guide mounted on a portable frame fitted with wheels or rod. So the whole day it can drill from 50 to 100 mm, and the depth it ranges from 3 to 15 meter. The drifter provides the rotary motion as well as the percussive turns into the drill bit also. The drill is detachable X-tape with tungsten carbide inserts. The total meterage drill is around like from 60 to 70 meters in rock like sandstone and coal also. So it is already we have discussed the top hammer. So if you read the theoretical matter in the system, the top hammer piston hits the shank adapter. First, it hits the shank adapter. It creates shock wave, which transmits to the drill string to the bit. Yes, it's shank adapter, string, and bit. From the bit, it hits the rock, so rock will be get fractures or cracks. Yeah, please. So whatever you have written that notes, please see the just make the points highlight, and please spend 5 to 10 minutes of time, and please get back to me any doubts you have. So because we are entering into the drill bits furtherly. Yeah, please any queries, please. Any queries, please. Once again, I'm asking, guys. Yeah, all right. Let's let's so we have gone through all the types of drilling methods and drilling missions and its medium of operation and its mounting and its everything. But in the every part of concept, we are repeatedly talking about the drill bit and drill bit. So with the how far the type of mission and its mechanism equivalently and prominently and in the same weightage the drill bit also having, because whatever the amount of energy, the amount of impact is transferring, finally it should be delivered with the help of bit only, because the bit it should be so strong. So usually the rock drill bits are two types. One is fixed bit, and one more is moving bit. So fixed bit is usually the fixed bit will not move itself. So when the rock string moves, so however at the bottom it is attached to drill bit, so drill bit will also move along with the drill rod. But in the moving bit, it will be triple or tri or double cone drilling bit. So it will rotates in bit itself in each other with the proper distance, with the proper spacing, with the proper apex angle, which each other. So in the fixed bit, we have various types of bits, that is called PDC, polycrystalline diamond cuttings, TSP, thermal stability polycrystalline diamond cuttings, and the natural diamonds. So you can see the a kind of bubble, a kind of a arrangement at the periphery of the beat, that is called buttons. So it all added for the extra hardness and for the extra breakage, extra penetration into the rock by these all additions. So you can always core drill bits at the right corner. You can see core drill bit. So it is prominently using for taking the core samples in the exploration stage. So usually at the bottom of that bit, the diamonds will be placed to add a lot of resistance and a lot of impact for crushing the rock. So at whatever the hollow space in between the drill bit, the core will be goes inside when the draw when the bit goes inside, goes into the rock. So you can see that tricone roller at the bottom of slide, how the three cones are rotating each other. So PDC bit, you can see tricone as drag bit and mills and dud digger, digger PDC. A lot of bits you can see here. So now the question is how we will choose the drill and how we will choose the concept of drill, as well how you will choose the type of bit. So this all will be depends on the rock conditions specifically. So before one choose the drilling machine and all, they have to they have to gain, or they have to get a proper idea on the geotechnical properties of rock, its mechanical properties and its structural properties, its all the rest properties, physiomechanical properties is so important to choose the drill. Because unless one don't know the strength of the rock, the bit the type of bit that will be made up of cannot be decided or cannot be chosen. So as well, and the penetration will also depends on the hardness of the rock. So and rate of penetration and the life of the bit and its wear and tear and everything will be depends on the rock and because the friction will be totally depending on the two contact surfaces. One surface will be, we know that bit, another surface is rock. Yeah. So this is about how we will choose the selection of drill bit. So these are the few factors as discussed: site conditions, type of the rock, blasting requirements, design. Because what is our requirement? Because let us suppose for as per my bench height, so I have to choose only 104 diameter of drill hole. So maybe with your equipment, the dia of the bit may not be available. So that considerations we have to take into our account before starting drilling. So yeah, so this is about drill bits. Thank you very much for your patience, and please get back to me if you have any doubts pertaining to today's class. Uh, Thank you very much. Hope the class is fruitful and it is helpful to for our academics. Thank you.